Good afternoon, one and all. On behalf of my colleagues, the directors of the British Columbia Achievement Foundation, I welcome you to the presentation of the 16th Annual BC Achievement Community Awards. And I wish to acknowledge the traditional territory of the Lekwungen-speaking people. First, it is my privilege to introduce Her Honor, the Honorable Janet Austin, Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, and to thank her for hosting this event in her gracious home. Your Honor, a year ago, many of us here today had the privilege of attending both your installation as the 30th Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia and your first official event, the 15th Annual BC Achievement Community Award. Warm congratulations on your first year of service as the Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia. What a year it has been, and we're delighted to be continuing the tradition of presenting the BC Achievement Community Award ceremony in your lovely and beautiful home. Thank you so much. I would like to introduce and welcome my fellow board member, Robert Louis, who is also participating in today's ceremony. Robert is chairman of the National First Nations Lands Advisory Board, and he's the proprietor, owner of Indigenous World Winery. Welcome, Robert. The chair of the board, of our board, Angie Adini, sends her heartfelt regrets at not being here today to honor the recipients and offers her sincere congratulations to all the awardees. And we offer a warm welcome to the following individuals joining us today, who are all examples of outstanding community leadership. Mayor James Baker is here. Simon Gibson, MLA, Greg Kylo, MLA, Peter Millerbar, MLA, Mayor Chris Pieper, Mayor Sylvia Pranger, Tom Shapitka, MLA, Nicholas Simons, MLA, Laurie Thrones, MLA, and Andrew Weaver, MLA. Thank you for joining us to honor the 2019 Community Award recipients. And my fellow board members of BC Achievement, Jack Lohman, John Montalbano, Sophie Pierre, and Scott McIntyre. Thank you for coming and being here. We welcome the friends, colleagues, and families who have traveled to Government House to witness these awards. Many of you have made possible the achievements of the 2019 recipients. The BC Achievement Foundation, the presenting organization for today's awards, was established and endowed by the province of British Columbia in 2003 to celebrate excellence in community service, arts, humanities, and enterprise. The Foundation's board is proud to present the Mitchell Award. It's named in honor of Keith Mitchell, QC, the BC Achievement Foundation's founding chair and guiding light for 13 years. The Mitchell Award recognizes an individual who, through his or her work and volunteer activities, has demonstrated a unique and selfless leadership style that empowers others to engage. On behalf of the board, it's my pleasure to present the 2019 Mitchell Award to Ellen Wordsworth. Ellen Woodsworth, please join us on the stage to receive your recognition. Thank you, Ellen. Many congratulations. And now, the 2019 BC Achievement Community Awards. First, I would like to express the board's appreciation for the outstanding work of the Community Awards Selection Committee, who was tasked with reviewing close to 150 nominations of outstanding British Columbians. Thank you for your commitment and effort in a demanding selection process. And please stand as you're introduced. Mayor Lynn Hall of Prince George, Mayor Josie Osborne of Tofino, and past awardees Lolly Bennett of Vancouver, Gary Benson of Kelowna, and Kamal Dillon of Surrey. And a warm welcome to past recipients, the program's alumni in the audience today. You remain ambassadors for your communities and the work that you do. And thank you, everyone, of course, for being here. It's my pleasure to welcome the nominators of our recipients. You have worked hard to recognize and submit a nomination for an outstanding achiever in your community. Thank you. Now, to introduce the recipients of the 2019 BC Achievement Community Award, each of you has made unique contributions to your communities, either as a volunteer or through your daily work. You go above and beyond in your dedication and service to others, and you devote your time and energy to making your communities more caring, dynamic, and unique. You inspire by example, and these awards are memorable and significant because of you. Your individual records of service taken together describe the very best of our home here in British Columbia. In conferring these awards, the Foundation stands for the many in your community who have benefited from your service. You and your families should be very proud of the work you've done. Certainly, we at the Foundation are proud of your achievements and grateful for the opportunity to recognize you. Every recipient will be presented with the BC Achievement Community Award medallion, which features the British Columbia coat of arms, and a design by renowned First Nations artist Robert Davidson. Each of you will also receive a BC Achievement Community Award lapel pin to wear with pride in the years to come. Both of these commemorative pieces honor your achievements and celebrate the spirit, the imagination, dedication, and outstanding contributions of British Columbians to their communities. So, having said all that, it's my pleasure now to begin the presentation part of today's ceremony. I call upon Beth Applewhite of Port Moody. Beth shapes cultural understanding in her community by ensuring inclusivity is at its core. Founder of the inaugural Secondary Black Students Committee in Western Canada, Beth creates opportunities for all students to participate in meaningful exchanges while fostering pride and dignity in those who identify with Black African heritage. Celebrating and recognizing cultural distinctions guides Beth as she leads students and peers alike. Her many projects include ensuring that the secondary school education curriculum is embedded with Indigenous understandings and practices. And in doing so, Beth's actions model a deep respect for diversity as she drives social change, not afraid to have difficult conversations which bring social and historical conflict to light. Beth is an educational leader whose courage and dedication help bridge the divide to inspire a future of hope. Your Honor, I present Beth Applewhite. I call upon Don Basselman of Prince George. Don's extraordinary commitment to excellence and public service exemplify his dedication to making his community an exceptional and beautiful place to live. An educator and school administrator, Don served 6 terms as a city councillor. During his tenure, his committee work oversaw construction of important civic facilities such as the Prince George Conference and Civic Center, the CN Center Arena, and the Two Rivers Art Gallery. A champion for all things local, Don is a strong advocate for sustainability and food security. His passion inspires others to roll up their sleeves, pick up a shovel, and get involved. An active supporter of community gardens, Don instructs others through his How to Grow presentation. His generosity and leadership demonstrate his drive to continually give back while inspiring others to follow his lead. Your Honor, I present Don Basselman. I call upon Neil Brewer of Agassiz. For nearly 3 decades, Neil has navigated the demanding topography of his region as a volunteer with the Kent Harrison Search and Rescue, the SAR team. The District of Kent is surrounded by nature and is an attractive destination for tourists and residents to engage in outdoor activities. The outdoor adventure is endless, but it can pose severe, life-threatening risks to those who are unfamiliar with the terrain and weather conditions. As a SAR manager, Neil has been involved in more than 600 operations, saving lives through his leadership and determination to rescue those in need. A true professional, team player, Neil is known for his remarkable ability to manage complex projects and provide assistance to other SAR and first responder teams. As a board member of the BC SAR Association, Neil volunteers his time, helping colleagues across the province secure vital funding for rescue equipment and supplies. And thanks to his efforts, the new SAR headquarters building in Agassiz was brought to fruition. A mentor to many, Neil continuously strives to help others achieve their aspirations. Your Honor, I present Neil Brewer. I call upon Evelyn Corlett of Gibsons. A known community treasure, Eve provides the only 24-hour childcare service on the Sunshine Coast and has done so for the past 40 years. Eve, however, that's all right, you can clap. Yeah. You have to clap now. You started, that's right. That's right. Eve, however, runs more than just a daycare. She provides a safe harbor for families, bringing together people from different backgrounds and spanning multiple generations with her embrace. Her efforts enable families to live and raise their children on the coast while handling the daily demands of its work, its commute and home life. Her commitment sees beyond the business of childcare and ensures all parents can access her center regardless of their financial capability. Her empathy has created a culture of giving and further enriched her community. If it takes a village to raise a child, Eve is that village for families on the coast, which is why she holds such a special and permanent place in their hearts. Your Honor, I present Eve Collette. I call upon Catherine Dodds of Vancouver. As founder and creative director of Hello Cool World Communications Agency, Kat is a force of nature. She has inspired a generation of writers, artists, and activists across the province with her highly effective transmedia campaigns in film, video, print, and digital mediums. Her impact on those she mentors has a living legacy as they pay forward her inspirational imprint and, in turn, influence others. Using her platform and the power of storytelling to draw attention to issues such as social justice, Indigenous rights, health education, LGBTQI2S solidarity, international development, youth advocacy, and organ donation, to name a few. Kat is an agent of change, a frequent public speaker. Kat channels her focus to build community, whether it's an impromptu neighborhood feast for 30 guests or a project that demands her unique brand of activism. Kat is revered for her ability to teach from the center and work collaboratively to help the greater good in this world. Your Honor, I present Catherine Dodds. I call upon Paula Eade of Kelowna. Shaped by her circumstances, Paula Eade excels in a challenging role that demands a practical, kind-hearted approach. For the past 6 years, Paula has volunteered 4 days a week, 6 to 7 hours daily at the Kelowna General Hospital. Staff and volunteers know Paula to be energetic and committed volunteer who greets everyone with a welcoming smile and assists anyone needing help to find their way around the hospital. She dedicates herself wholeheartedly to every project she takes on and makes it her life mission to help others. A wonderful daughter, sister, volunteer, colleague, and friend, Paula's aspirations to give back to her Kelowna community serve as an inspiration to others. As someone who believes deeply in the ideals of public service and in the transformative power of volunteering, she embodies what passion and commitment can achieve. Woman of rare courage, Paula is a thoughtful and firm supporter of a better tomorrow for all. Your Honor, I present Paula Eade. I call upon Maureen Fraser of Tofino. Known as the matriarch of Tofino and owner of the famous Common Loaf Bake Shop. That's right. It is said that the bakery is a physical extension of Maureen herself, healthy, energetic, talkative, and reflective of her ability to bring people together. A 2-term councillor, Maureen has served on the board of the Tofino Long Beach Chamber of Commerce and Tofino Arts Council. She played an important role as a provincial member of the Clayoquot Sound Central Region Board and was instrumental in securing a UNESCO Biosphere Reserve designation for Clayoquot Sound. A true trailblazer in reconciliation and a champion of community service, Maureen's steadfast constancy and remarkable ability to direct a collaborative and respectful vision has made Tofino and Clayoquot Sound protected havens in British Columbia. Your Honor, I present Maureen Fraser. I call upon Jessie Ann Gamble of Armstrong. Jessie Ann represents her community with pride, dignity, and grace. A founding member of the Armstrong Spalumsheen Museum and Art Society, Jessie Ann has served as its president and vice president and becomes the oracle for local historical information. When the museum needed a permanent home, it was Jessie Ann who engaged volunteers, raised money, and even used her hammer to bring the project to fruition. Thanks to Jessie Ann's vision and leadership, the museum now serves as a cornerstone for the community and its visitors, a gathering place to visit, share, learn, and acknowledge the community's rich history. Her efforts to inspire and educate community members of all ages are an extension of her passion for documenting the history of her community. Jessie Ann has ensured that future generations do not lose the treasures and stories of the past, and she has created an enviable model of success for other small towns throughout the province to emulate. Your Honor, I present Jessie Ann Gamble. I call upon Ming Jin of Vancouver. That was a spectacular jump. One of British Columbia's Children's Hospital Foundation's longest-serving volunteers, Ming has devoted its time to improving child health for more than 30 years. With more than 20,000 hours of volunteer service, Ming first became involved with the foundation while working as an accountant for BC Children's Hospital and has since served in nearly every volunteer role, selflessly sharing his time, knowledge, and vision. It's Ming's unique style of leadership and his infectious optimism which sets him apart. No task is too small or too big for Ming as he works alongside other volunteers, inspiring youth and adults alike, ensuring they feel valued and supported. He served as both a peer and mentor and was instrumental in establishing many of the foundation's signature events. Ming has left his imprint on the work of the foundation and its causes as a lead volunteer and donor whose generous gifts of time, talent, and treasure have changed lives and established a culture of giving. Your Honor, I present Ming Jin. I call upon Leona Green of New Westminster. Ask anyone in New Westminster if they know Leona Green, and the answer is a resounding yes. Leona is legendary in her community as someone people can count on. As owner of the iconic Greens and Beans Deli in the heart of New Westminster, Leona has raised funds for numerous causes over the years, and her efforts have supported a spectrum of initiatives, whether using a donation jar on the counter or appealing to customers to help 3 young Sudanese refugees furnish an apartment. Leona is committed to making a difference in the lives of those around her, and she does so with such pure joy that she captures the hearts of the many she serves, always prepared to deliver a pot of soup or plate of sandwiches, and offering sustenance or comfort to those who are ill or grieving a loss. Leona is a beacon of hope and an inspiration supporting the soul of her Sapperton community. Your Honor, I present Leona Green. Well done, Leona. Bravo. I call upon Linda Helm of Tumbler Ridge. The backbone of many community-based programs, Linda's extraordinary commitment to her town has earned her recognition as Tumbler Ridge's super volunteer. If there's a sporting event taking place, rest assured Linda will be helping in some way. Through her leadership as an athletic coach for young athletes in a range of sports, Linda has touched young and old with her skills, humor, kindness, and guidance. She's mentored hundreds of youth and has provided them opportunities to grow and develop to become the best version of themselves. The same work ethic shines through in Linda's help with the development of Tumbler Ridge as an outdoor recreation destination. She's always the first to arrive and the last to leave. Linda never seeks the limelight, but rather she epitomizes the selfless volunteer who takes the genuine and compassionate interest of her community to heart, and in doing so, makes it a better place for all. Your Honor, I present Linda Helm. I call upon Janet Johnston of Stewart. Bringing warmth and a can-do spirit to every task she undertakes, Janet has been an integral part of the Stewart community fabric for the past 40 years. Her efforts weave her volunteer activities together, creating positive and lasting influences across many fields. Janet has graciously dedicated countless hours to the Canadian Cancer Society, Red Cross, BC Ambulance Service, and Parents Resource Institute for Drug Education. In addition to her work as librarian for the Bear Valley School, Janet chairs the Stewart Historical Society and gives her time to the food bank, the local Cubs chapter, figure skating, and minor hockey associations. Her myriad of contributions serve as a reminder of the importance of seeing the needs of others and taking action to make a difference. It has certainly been Janet's personal credo, and one that contributes to the heartbeat of the community in Stewart, British Columbia. Your Honor, I present Janet Johnston. I call upon Kenneth Genstadt of Clearwater. Heralded as the champion for the District of Clearwater, Ken has touched the lives of others in a profound and lasting way, while serving as a role model in his community. Owner of the only grocery store in town, for 25 years. Ken served as chair of the Regional Hospital Board, an 11-term city councillor, and over the years he's spearheaded numerous community building events, using his leadership skills to implement policies and programs that continue to ensure equitable sport opportunities for all youth. Ken's legacy has shaped multiple generations of players, coaches, and referees, whether it's rallying community support to raise funds to buy a Zamboni for the newly opened sports arena, or barbecuing at a local event. Ken is the person that makes his fellow community members dig deeper and reach higher. And he's always there to lift them up when they falter, advocating the power of the team by example. Ken sets the tone in his community by proving great things can happen as a result of hard work and perseverance when all are committed to the same cause. Your Honor, I present Kenneth Genstadt. I call upon Margaret Lidkey of Victoria. Margaret possesses a sense of purpose that has changed the face of environmental education in her community. For over 2 decades, she has been one of the most visible proponents of the protection of Uplands Park in Oak Bay. In 2009, she co-founded Friends of Uplands Park and has dedicated herself to raising public awareness about the importance of ecological restoration. A committed volunteer, Margaret works with local school boards to develop and deliver outdoor programs for children and to ensure they grow up with an appreciation and respect for the natural world in which they live. Rain or shine, Margaret is known to get muddy, scratched, and bug-bitten, to lead a group of volunteers or young students and inspire them to take a leadership role in protecting the environment. Her enthusiastic approach in teaching hands-on science has allowed children to step out of the classroom and learn about themselves and the world in which they live. Margaret's students of all ages are now proud stewards of their communities, ready to preserve and protect it for generations to come. Your Honor, I present Margaret Lidkey. Well done. I call upon Jeffrey Lott of Nanaimo. Retired RCMP Superintendent Jeffrey Lott personifies what it means to serve one's community. An honorable aide-de-camp for the Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia for 17 years. He has a long and distinguished record of volunteerism. Jeff lends his time and talents to many diverse activities, reflecting his generosity of spirit and personal commitment. As a stem cell courier with the Bruce Denniston Marrow Society, Jeff has taken more than 20 trips across the world on behalf of Vancouver General Hospital and has served as a board member for a number of Nanaimo's social agencies. A sports and outdoors enthusiast, Jeff played a significant role in the success of the Nanaimo 2014 BC Summer Games and has coached numerous young athletes while leading countless community engagement activities. Jeff is known as a calm, giving, and consummate leader who demonstrates compassion and humility while fully dedicating himself to all his volunteer endeavors. Your Honor, I present Jeffrey Lott. Well done.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I call upon Dr. Biju Matthew of Maple Ridge. A devoted psychiatrist, researcher, and most recently a best-selling author, Biju is lauded as a local hero whose initiatives underline a strong love and understanding for people and community. His determination to help marginalized individuals struggling with mental illness and addiction is reflected in his contributions as director of the Ridge Meadows Hospital Foundation and president of the BC Psychiatry Association. As founder and president of the Ridge Meadows South Asian Cultural Society, Biju has dedicated his philanthropic efforts to highlighting the outstanding contributions made by South Asian immigrants to Canada and to raising awareness about mental health and its impact on communities. He makes the impossible possible through his actions, which he turns into opportunities for others to meet with success. Admired for his leadership, perseverance, and passion, Biju elevates those he inspires by demonstrating that their abilities can make a difference. And in doing so, he sparks innovation and change in his community. Your Honor, I present Dr. Biju Matthew. I call upon Sandra McPherson of Duncan. The varied and many contributions Sandy has made to her Cowichan Valley community have changed its environmental, social, and political landscape for today and into the future. Her involvement is so deeply interwoven with what makes this community unique that it is easy to see why those who sing her praises are grateful and collectively pray that she will never leave. Sandy's long history of volunteer service include climate change initiatives, women in politics, and aiding those less fortunate in the community, to name a few. As a member of North Cowichan's Environmental Advisory Committee, Sandy advocates for the municipality's award-winning Climate Action and Energy Plan and is a strident activist who walks the talk, a practitioner in sustainable agriculture and eco-friendly lifestyle choices. Sandy is often seen riding her bicycle around town, towing her tote bags behind her, regardless of the weather. She cultivates her friendships and initiatives, encouraging all to follow her example of inspired leadership. Your Honor, I present Sandra McPherson. I call upon Sukhmeet Singh Satchel of Surrey. Sukhmeet has an amazing ability to see beyond negative experiences and transform them into platforms for change. Time and time again, he connects with those who have been socially marginalized and provides an outlet, enabling their story to meet with a positive result. Sukhmeet's investment in others is legendary and reflects his dedication to building strong communities, whether sleeping outdoors to raise awareness about youth homelessness or cycling across British Columbia to spread a message of diversity and inclusiveness. Sukhmeet is a shining example of a compassionate, emerging leader. After finishing his undergraduate studies, Sukhmeet spent 5 months in Inuvik in the Northwest Territories, volunteering at the local hospital, and tutoring Indigenous students. And inspired by his time spent there, Sukhmeet founded the program Break the Divide to encourage cross-cultural dialogue and build connections between Indigenous youth and other BC high school students. Sukhmeet continues his work, advocating for a better society by promoting acceptance and diversity with an infectious sense of curiosity and passion. Your Honor, I present Sukhmeet Singh Sachal. I call upon Leader Salatian of Surrey. Founder of Green Teams of Canada, Leader Salatian lives, breathes, and activates her mission to inspire stewardship of nature by connecting diverse individuals through hands-on environmental activities. Having worked and volunteered for almost 20 years in the not-profit environmental sector, Leader is a mentor, an inspiration for young people who wish to make a difference in their city. As a result of her hard work and vision, thousands of community members are now engaged in activities such as invasive plant removals, planting of native species, shoreline cleanups, and preparation and harvesting of vegetable beds at educational farms. Leaders' determination to build a resilient and sustainable environment charity while promoting responsible environmental behavior has inspired many Canadians to follow her lead. The impact of Leader's efforts is twofold. Not only has she helped reconstitute the landscape of the Lower Mainland, she has inspired and empowered a small army of individuals to embody her mission and deliver it on a national scale. Your Honor, I present Leader Salatian. I call upon Lindy Steele of Prince George. An outstanding model of volunteerism, Lindy has enriched her local community. For over a decade, she has given her time to the Canadian Cancer Society, contributing hundreds of hours to its mission and numerous programs, including COPS for Cancer, the Inside Ride, Climb for Cancer, and Relay for Life. For the past 3 summers, Lindy has volunteered for Camp Good Times, sharing her creative abilities by teaching dance and creative writing to the young camp participants. A mentor to other volunteers and much loved by all who have had the opportunity to work alongside her, Lindy continually amazes her fellow community members with her dedication and enthusiasm. A retired teacher, Lindy now serves as president of the Auxiliary to University Hospital of Northern British Columbia, graciously devoting herself to helping and supporting others in her community. She's unfailingly generous with her time, which she shares with effervescent energy and joy, eagerly stepping forward wherever she sees a need. Your Honor, I present Lindy Steele. Well done, Lindy. Thank you very much. I call upon Catherine Taylor of Sparwood. As founder and manager of the Elk Valley Thrift Shop, Catherine recognized the need for a second-hand store in her community. A talented seamstress and shop owner, Catherine leads a team of 25 volunteers whose service to their community has created a unique feeling of unity, caring, and goodwill. Catherine and her team have raised close to $400,000 for countless local programs and charities. Her selfless gift of time, energy, and talent in managing the thrift shop has strengthened her community by providing opportunities for social interaction and relationship building. And thanks to Catherine's vision, which follows a philosophy of recycle, reduce, and reuse, almost 70,000 tons of textile material have been diverted from landfill, repurposed, or sold. An innovative leader, Catherine has created a warm and inclusive environment for everyone to participate in, and in doing so, everyone gives back to the Elk Valley community. Your Honor, I present Catherine Taylor. I call upon Vivian Trithewey of Abbotsford. Igniting the passion within people to inspire them to think beyond themselves is how Vivian articulates the driving force behind her remarkable legacy of giving. Along with her late husband, Alan, Vivian was a founding donor to the Abbotsford Community Foundation and remains committed to the importance of supporting the nucleus of an idea and watching it grow. Vivian's advocacy and contributions to the Matsque Sumas Abbotsford Museum Society and Abbotsford Recreation Commission reflect this commitment while demonstrating her pioneering spirit. Her recent generous support of the Abbotsford Regional Hospital, its cancer clinic and hospice, has made a profound impact to healthcare delivery in her community now and for the future. A lifelong and much-loved resident of Abbotsford, Vivian, at 93 years old, continues to lead the way, doing what she considers to be her life's work, giving back in a transformative way, and changing lives for the better. Your Honor, I present Vivian Trithewey. I call upon Arnold Truitt of Lake Country. A flying officer and flight instructor in the Royal Canadian Air Force during World War II. Arnold Truitt is one of Lake Country's most devoted and inspirational and loved volunteers. During his 94-year residency in Lake Country, Arnold's many contributions include being a school district trustee, the first chairman of the Oyama Parent-Teacher Association, a Boy Scout and venture leader, and parade marshal for the Oyama Community Fun Days, a founding member of both the Western Canada Wilderness Committee and Walk Around Lake Country. Arnold has given countless hours to developing and maintaining the Okanagan High Rim Trail along the eastern slopes of the Thompson Plateau. Arnold's dedication and ongoing enthusiasm continue to impress his Lake Country peers, and he still shows up at work parties whenever people are needed to improve facilities. He's recognized as simply the kind of citizen each of us should aspire to be, devoted to his extended family and friends, and dedicated to the well-being and function of his community, hardworking and physically active, yet unassuming and humble. Your Honor, I present Arnold Trewitt. I call upon Ellen Woodsworth of Vancouver. Throughout a lifelong commitment to public service, Ellen has consistently given voice to women's issues, poverty reduction, seniors, and LGBTQI2S rights, while positively impacting issues around human rights and diversity. Founder of Women Transforming Cities International Society and a two-term Vancouver City Councillor, Ellen has served on numerous boards, committees, and task forces. An activist and educator, Ellen strives to find common ground for progressive change that improves the quality of life for people and their communities. The common thread that unites and underlines all of Ellen's activities is her generous, considered, and kind-hearted spirit, which supports and elevates all of humanity. A genuine respect for those who differ from her infuses Ellen's ability to work across conflict, encouraging solutions while driving progress. Ellen is a patient visionary who willingly steps up and advocates for those who often have no seat at the table. As stated best by those whose lives have been directly impacted by Ellen, she is recognized for exceptional qualities as a feminist, a progressive activist, and a leader in our community. Your Honor, I present Ellen Woodsworth. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding these 24 British Columbians who so richly deserve this honor today. That's wonderful. And now I invite Sukhmeet Singh Satchel to the podium to say a few words on behalf of today's recipients.
So how's everyone doing? Good? Can I hear a louder noise? How's everyone doing? Woo! Awesome. Let's get the energy going in here again. So, Your Honor, board directors, fellow recipients, past recipients, and our wonderful guests. Today, we are gathered on the unceded ancestral territories of the Coast Salish peoples. I wish to acknowledge the traditional territory of the Lukwen speaking people. My name is Sukhmeet Singh Satchel, and it is my pleasure to have the honor of speaking on behalf of all the fellow award recipients of the BC Achievement Community Award. All of us here have a mission in life, and that is to do our best, whatever that may be, while serving our communities. And in the process, perhaps inspiring others around us to take action and sustainable actions as well. Now, there's a concept in Sikhism, which is known as seva, and this means selfless service. And I honestly think that all of us here today are doing wonderful seva in our communities. And honestly, hearing all of your stories today has inspired me so much to become a better person in life. So what exactly does it mean to win this award? Well, it serves as a token of gratitude from the BC Achievement Foundation, whose mission is to elevate excellence, share success, and inspire change throughout the province for all the community service that we have done. However, I think it's safe to assume, on behalf of all of our fellow recipients today, that this award is not for ourselves. It is for our support systems, from our friends, our family, our relatives, and our community members that have shaped us into the people that we are today. And personally, having immigrated from India to Canada in 2002, I've had several role models and mentors in my life, including many that are in the room today, that have shaped me into the man that I am today. I would also like to dedicate this award to the wonderful experiences and hardships that we've had in our life that have helped us become more open-minded. I know for a fact that if it wasn't for my father taking me to the home for a destitute at the age of 5, I would not be the same person that I am today. We see people here from Armstrong to Clearwater, to Prince Rupert in Surrey, to Tumbler Ridge and Vancouver. We are representing all corners of this beautiful province. Well, we have now planted the seeds in our community, and now I hope that they transform into big, beautiful trees that provide our communities with a positive environment to flourish. Now, while there are 24 of us recipients in this room today, we all know that there are thousands of people all across British Columbia and Canada that are also change makers in their communities. I hope that we can all continue to ignite the spark within us to inspire the generations around us. Once again, thank you to our wonderful nominators for sparing your time to highlight our work. Thank you to the BC Achievement Foundation for recognizing our work. And lastly, thank you to our wonderful support systems for being the backbone in our lives and also supporting our work. Together, I know that we will continue to make British Columbia the most beautiful province to live in. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sukhmeet. Gracious words indeed. Very generous, beautiful. It is now my very great pleasure to introduce the Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, Her Honor, Janet Austin.
Thanks, Christopher. It's always hard to follow someone with such a gorgeous voice, don't you think? I too would like to acknowledge the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt, upon whose traditional territory we gather today, and to thank them for sharing these lands in peace and friendship. Ait squaicho stjelacha, ait quanis quanangahela, ait quan stecho. I feel that it's important in my role as Lieutenant Governor to show respect for the Indigenous peoples of our territory and our province by learning a little bit of Sinchothan, which is one of the local languages here. So anyone who really knows will know that I kind of massacred that. But what I was attempting to say was, good day, dear friends. It's wonderful to see you all here, and you are most welcome here at Government House. So I'm delighted to have you all here today. And what a marvelous group of people you are. You certainly set the standard for engaged citizenship that I think to which we all can aspire. So I'd like to just acknowledge the wonderful contributions of our recipients today. Can we just give them another round of applause? I'd also like to express appreciation to Captain Eveline Lacey with the Canadian Army and Cadets, who joins me today as my honorary aide-de-camp. I'm very fortunate to have the privilege of working with Captain Lacey. And I certainly have a number of other aides as well, all of whom are fabulous to work with. There is one little problem, though. Some of you know what it is. people think she's the lieutenant governor. You know, truly, you'd be amazed at how often it happens. Also want to express my appreciation to Christopher and Robert Louis for joining me in the official proceedings here today. To all the members of the board of the Achievement Foundation, they've already been introduced, and to the members of our selection committee who had a very difficult task, but I think that they have handled that task exceptionally well, so thank you for that. You heard just this week, I actually passed my one-year milestone as Lieutenant Governor of British Columbia, and my colleagues at Government House hosted a little surprise party for me. I've never had a surprise party before, but it was great. You know, and it's been an incredible year. I think I've probably spoken at or hosted something like 250 events. I've welcomed many diplomatic and community visitors, had the privilege of visiting the fire zones this September to acknowledge and thank the military personnel who were on the front lines, undertaken community visits. Actually just came back from a wonderful visit to Prince George and Mayor Hall. It was, I just couldn't have been more welcome, so thank you for that. I've attended the legislature many times for royal assent and to deliver the throne speech. Twice met with the Aga Khan, a fabulous person, and I had a private audience with Her Majesty the Queen. So I will say meeting with Her Majesty was certainly an enormous privilege and a highlight for me, and I found her exactly as advertised. She was gracious and noble and happy and glorious. And I have to admit that when I hear God Save the Queen, it's actually changed the way I feel about that now. And I do think that it's a wonderful thing that we wish our monarch happiness. So all of this has been fabulous, but in reflecting back, one of the events that has given me the greatest satisfaction and pleasure was officiating at my first BC Community Achievement Awards. And I feel that way because you people, you represent the very best of civil society. And I believe that civil society is the best possible bulwark against the dysfunction that we now see emerging in many locations around the world. Like many of you, I suspect I find myself increasingly concerned about the fragility of democracy in the current global context, about the erosion of respect for our democratic conventions and the public institutions that support them. Now, Canada is not immune to these characteristics that we see elsewhere, but I do believe that it stands in contrast to other countries, and I believe that the stability that we enjoy, we're privileged to enjoy here, needs to be valued and nurtured. And I feel compelled to use my time as Lieutenant Governor to build trust in our democratic conventions and to promote cross-fertilization of opinion among leaders from government, business, and civil society, and to encourage constructive participation in our democracy and civil society, because I do believe that that is a mark of a healthy society, and that is the best protection that we can possibly have for the stability that we currently enjoy. I myself am a product of civil society, and I'm grateful, very grateful, for the work that I've been privileged to do that has shaped my values and my views about what's important in life and society, and that ultimately has led me on the path to this most unexpected role, which I have now assumed. Having spent much of my career in the company of remarkable volunteers and community leaders, I've witnessed the profound and transformative effect that people such as those we honor today have had on their communities. And to recognize you, people who are changing our communities for the better in so many ways, is an honor of great personal significance to me. In hearing the citations at our ceremony today, I cannot but be struck by the remarkable diversity of the contributions that you have made, achievements that span the continuum from business and the professions, education and research, gender equality, arts, culture, athletics, social justice, and innovation. Despite their many interests and their concerns, the citizens we celebrate today are united by what I think of as a shared motivation, which is to be of service, to help improve the lives of others, to fortify the health of their communities, and to broaden opportunities for all. I think you understand that our promise as a province and as a people is best realized by focusing on the things that unite us. Now, it is sometimes said that the greatest gift possible is the gift of oneself. And so to all the recipients, I want to thank you for giving that gift so generously to all of us, to build a province that is richer, fairer, more tolerant, and more just. You set the standard for citizenship to which we all can aspire, and you give me hope for a better world. You really do. It's an honor to be in your company today. Thank you, Heichka.
Thank you, Your Honor, for your thoughtful words and your leadership. On behalf of everyone here today, I'd like to thank you for your hospitality. It's a privilege for each of us to be in Government House today. For today's recipients, you've received a BC Achievement Community Award pin. Wear your pin proudly. You are now an ambassador for the strength of British Columbia's communities and a strong alumnus of this important program. Robert Louis, your support today is much appreciated, and thank you for helping to honor the 2019 recipients. Our thanks to Shaw Community TV, whose involvement in our awards demonstrates its generous commitment to the community. We're delighted that Shaw will be airing this program early next month and acknowledge their investment in the celebration of achievement in our province. And thank you to each and every one of you for joining us today and celebrating the 2019 BC Achievement Community Award. Please now stand for the singing of the royal anthem, God Save the Queen, and remain standing for the departure of Her Honor, followed by the recipients of the 2019 BC Achievement Community Award.